Alafi, everyone. How you guys doing? I hope you're fine. I hope everyone is doing well. As you guys can see, I'm doing great. I'm in Africa. I'm in my ancestors' land, and I'm doing wonderful. How y'all holding up over there? Okay, I hope all right. I wanted to give you guys a bit of encouragement, a bit of insight, and a bit of wisdom um, for this next upcoming year. First, let me say that if you want the full divination, full reading of what was said, you guys need to go on Patreon. I spend 2 videos going in detail, line by line, with the Odu, reading over all the Odu for the year, um, letting you guys know what's in store for 2026, right? The end of 25. So September 2025, which is now, right, all the way to September of 2026. Okay. Um, and so because most of you think the new year starts in January, I just kind of want to give you some information for you to swirl around in your mouth a little bit, um, and take some meat and chew it up, spit out the bones, as my auntie would say. Let's start with the guiding energies for the year. So, the guiding energies for the year, you're going to be looking at the earth energies and the water energies. Okay. But it's not just earth and water, it's earth and water jumo, which is double, like twins. It's the twin energy. So it's going to be double earth, double water. Okay. So whatever you know about the earth element, whatever you know about the water element, know this year is going to be all of those things times 2. So plenty of opportunities for hard work, plenty of opportunities for healing, plenty of opportunities for spirituality and spiritual awakening to happen. Okay. Um so let's just start there. The energies proceeding over this year primarily are earth and water. But let's talk about the year. For you individually, as a diasporan, this is going to be a year of transformation. The person that you're starting out this year as being is not going to be the person that you're going to end up being at the end of this year. At the end of this 12-month cycle, you would have transformed into a totally different person. Okay? Understand that. Okay? This year is about transformation. So, what happens in the middle of transformation? What happens when the clay is on the potter's wheel? What happens when the mineral is being formed into that rare gemstone? It's hard. It hurts. There's a lot of struggle. There's a lot of work. And there's a lot of discipline that has to be put into the process, which means this year you will have to learn, as one of my great teachers would say, to be a friend of suffering. Okay, as a spiritual person, this is um, a a proverb you should live by anyway, right? To be a friend of suffering. In this particular year, this suffering is going to prove to be transformative. Okay, discipline is going to be another um, core character trait that you're going to have to work on this year. Why do I say that? Because this year, there's a lot happening that can prevent you, or you can prevent, I should say, if you have discipline. What do I mean? A lot of our food, our water, and our air is going to be poisoned more than it already is. Yeah, you guys have heard me say this on other videos, but I kind of want to stop and pause just for 1 second and reiterate, because we are only in September and we've already had at least 3 or 4 outbreaks of new food cases, new uh, cases where I think just yesterday I saw something where there was a cruise ship that they had to bring people home because there was a new virus that came out. There was an outbreak and people broke out because of the food uh, getting contaminated and giving people a virus on the cruise ship, right? The radioactive shrimp that's in whatever one of these chains you guys are waiting on to feed you. Yes, I said it. You guys have supermarket chains that you wait on to feed you. If these supermarkets decide that they don't have food or they can't supply you with food, how are you going to feed yourself? This year, you will have to have more discipline with your food, because more than ever, the food supply, the water supply will be poisoned. Already, we've seen water with E. coli in it, water with issues in it. This is just water, right? So, I've done a video. I will do more. You guys need to learn how to tap into the ground and have a water source, okay? This is something you need to do. The divination for the year is warning you. So with the discipline, what do I suggest? I suggest you fast more this year. Limit what you're putting in your mouth more often. Okay? Of course, stay away from the processed food. If it's fake, right? Just because you're vegetarian, some of us, we want kudos because we're vegetarian or we're vegan, but everything we're putting in our mouth is processed. It's not good for you, dear. It still causes cancer. It's not good for you. Why? Why is it necessary? Okay? So for this year, be natural. The Odu is asking for you to be in harmony with nature, nature's principle. If you are a diasporan, if you are African, if you have melanin in your blood, you need to be into your African culture. What is natural for you as African? What is your natural diet? What are the fruits and vegetables and the juices that you naturally consume? That's what you need to be eating. If it comes in a box, no. If it's in a can, no. What you need to do, if you haven't already, you need to be farming. You need to be planting your own crops. I'm in an apartment. Figure it out. You can do a lot in the corner of your apartment. You can do a lot on a patio. You could do a lot with hydroponics. You guys have to remember, I'm not one of those priests that was only in the bush. And I don't know what you have access to in America. I know some of the technologies that are out there, so you can't play that with me. There's a lot you can do with that apartment space that you have. You just have to allocate your resources, right? Instead of going out on the weekends and sort of, spending all your money, whatever you're spending it on. Some of you need to look at that. You need to redirect it into your food budget the right way and stop giving Uber Eats and Instacart all of your money. Yes, I'm sorry. I'm not meaning to step on toes too much, but you know what? We have to be honest with each other in this time and place because it's uh it's too much. It's too much that needs to be done. So you need to fast, okay? You need to fast more, whether that's intermittent fasting, right? From you're only eating from 12 to 6 or you're only eating one meal a day. Put yourself onto some type of disciplined regiment. It needs to be self-imposed. Self-imposed. There's no reason why you can't self-impose the discipline onto yourself. You should be self-governing. This is the way that you take responsibility for your life, right? Okay. Food is big this year. We have to watch what we put in our mouth. Another thing the divination warns us about is our children. We need to prepare our children. We need to prepare them with wisdom on who they can talk to and who they can't talk to. The reading is talking about there will be people and situations that come that will snatch our children up, that will take our children. And already, I think this is the first week of October. And within the last 2 weeks, they had some operation with ICE called Freaky Friday. You guys remember that? The Odu warned about that. There will be plenty more operations like that targeting our children. Our children cannot be naive. You need to educate them. It could be their life. You understand? Educate your children. Not only the education, but the Odu is warning not to leave the children alone. If you can protect your children, protect them. If they don't have to walk home to or from school by themselves, don't let them. Understand? Because you never know what's out there. Also, in addition to the physical, you also need to be careful of what's on the internet. Don't just give the child the tablet and let the child go. For this particular year, it's not good. There's going to be too much targeting the children that are left unguarded. The Odu is also warning us that our colonizers are lying to us. They are showing us one face, but they have something hiding behind their back. They're not being honest with us, and there's something that they're hiding behind their back. They're showing us one face, but behind their back, they are doing another thing. Okay? They are telling us out of their mouth a situation is one way. They are painting a picture that a situation is one way, but in all actuality, the situation is completely different. It was orchestrated completely different than the way they presented it to the public. Okay, some of you may be saying, I wonder what that is. I can guess already. Maybe we know. Maybe there's more to come. This year, the Odu says, do not trust your government. Do not trust your colonizers. 100%. Do not trust 100% this year. Okay? Hey, this is for those women that like to get loose, that like to get jiggy. And this is how we do it. This year, ladies, no abortions. Okay? You cannot be out here popping Plan Bs like they're Skittles. No. The Odu is warning the children that are being brought forth now need to be born, and any woman who has an abortion this year, extra consequences for you. You guys see, I've been doing videos on abortion. That's why no abortions this year. These babies need to come. And what does that mean? Most times, the children with the biggest destinies, those children come out of, they're born out of horrible situations. Horrible situations. Meaning the relationship between the parents is not good. Meaning the financial situation is not the best between the parents. It means all of those things. Maybe it's an abusive situation. Maybe it's an unwanted pregnancy or even rape. A traumatic situation this child is brought, conceived in. Still, no excuse you can give the ancestors this year will give them the reason to forgive an abortion. No abortions this year. And this is going to be the last thing, and it's important. All of it's important. But don't have any fights with your mother this year. The matrix energy, the mother energy is big this year as well. Mothers have a lot of power. The Nae have a lot of power. The holistic women have a lot of power this year. So, no problems in the family. If anything, get your mother's blessing. Ask your mother to pray for you. If you have a spiritual mother, ask her to pray for you. If you have someone in your life who does your tarot, who does your shells, who you go to for herbs, have them speak positivity over your life. We have a lot of power this year. Okay? So, no matter what mama does, and a lot of us holistic women, we are the first to change, which means you're talking with an old paradigm. So I understand when you say my mom, she doesn't understand. My mom is, she still don't cause any problems. She still has spiritual control and power over you because you came from her. She didn't come from you. Understand that? So for this year, make sure she happy. If she wants the blunts, the Black and Miles, the Jack Daniels, the tub of ice cream, the tub of licorice, even though as a holistic practitioner, it's going to kill you literally. You will rip your hair out. You would rather rip your hair out than to give her that. Man, if it would make her happy, maybe a small sample. It's about making peace with her, making her happy. Not you, making her happy. Okay. And finish. Everything else, or in a more formal manner, I'll let you guys go onto the website and get. Okay. So I think that's it for now. I'm going to continue my walk. Be well.